website မှာအဲ့ဒါသင်ပေးရ Okay good အဓိကအဲ့ဒီspeak လုပ်တဲ့ video recording ကိုဆိုနော်ဗတ်ဗျာ
जी जी
Okay good same goes to Yadana keep on recording after Flavia okay
Okay, Prof.
Okay good thank you Mashallah I think it's already 5 minutes.
Okay, so now we'll start now. So Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's online workshop on expanding knowledge and implication of set knowledge with our daily life. This program is a collaboration of International Institute of Islamic Thought, IIIT, and Myanmar Muslim Intellectual Forum, MMIF. This seminar will be a 2-day program from 26 to 27 March of 2022. So this program is participated by undergraduate students, academicians, young researchers, and newly registered postgraduate candidates for masters and PhD all around Asia region from Myanmar. The purpose of this workshop is to realize the significance of education for everyone in the country, to avail the learning centers all over the country to build higher educational institutions with the collaboration of international communities, to enhance the traditional institutes into integrated educational institutes. I am Proven Dual, and you can also call me as Mehru. And I also have my co-moderator who will be Ngesu Sutre. It will be a pleasure for us to moderate for this program for you. So first of all, I would like to thank our program coordinator, Professor Emeritus Dato Jamil Osman, Travel ID East and Southeast Asia, Kuala Lumpur, and Professor Dr. Maulana Akbar Shah, Travel ID Myanmar, for allowing this program to take place this weekend. So now to open our session, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Maulana Akbar Shah, a recitation of Al-Quran and a short opening speech.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Inshallah ta'ala, thank you so much for inviting me for recitation of Al-Quran as well as the opening speech. I am very happy to be for your request, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of us. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون صدق الله العظيم. الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى. وقال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون. وقال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد طلب العلم فريضة على كل مسلم ومسلمة. وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من هو في دين تعلم وهو خير من أي نفر في الدنيا. لذا check يعني my dear brother and sister in Islam, particularly the Muslim scholars, Muslim teacher, lecturers, and the student from different level of educational institution. I would like to welcome all of you to such a prosperous and also significant workshop of IIIT program, where it is going to be held for 2 days, inshallah, starting from 26th of March 2022 and 27th of March 2022. Our program start from 8 o'clock Myanmar time till about 5 o'clock. It will go for 2 days. As we have mentioned, the Quranic ayah and the hadith, هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is inviting us and instructs that is it equal the people who are educated and those who are uneducated? Of course, we all know that it is absolutely different. The people who are educated, they can live in this world prosperously and peacefully without any trouble because they have the mindset, they have the idea how to live peacefully, how to make people friendly on earth. So that is the reason that learning knowledge he also mentioned that talabul ilmi faridatun ala kulli muslim. Learning knowledge or seeking knowledge is compulsory for everyone. So this is the very remarkable and well-known and well-known facts which has already been 1,400 years the Prophet lived on earth. But still this statement is popular. This statement is liked. This statement is important for every living one. Because once we know knowledge, we earn knowledge, we understand the knowledge, we can apply it. By that, the most important thing is we can create peace among us. We all know that in this contemporary 21st century, we have so many problems. We have a problem of the social sector, economic sector, political sector. Today, the world is full of crisis, war, and battle. So in that case, if we don't apply our knowledge, it will be very difficult to live peacefully on earth. Now, everyday crisis, which make us sad, and also it is unhappy to live on this world. At the same time, if we look at in our country, particularly our Myanmar, you see the country is totally turned by all different type of crisis, misunderstanding, quarrel, and all those things. It is all because of the knowledge. We have the lack of knowledge. We are not really applying the importance of knowledge. We couldn't spread the knowledge to the every parts of the country. There are so many people, millions and millions of people on earth are lack of knowledge. They are not provided the knowledge. Therefore, this workshop would facilitate the people who have importance idea of the instilling the knowledge. That's why this workshop theme is the idea or the instruction to instill the message. That is what seeking the knowledge of importance in the mindset of the youth. We are now already old. So our youths are now in our generation that is coming up. So make sure that we instill the knowledge in the mindset of our generation. Inshallah ta'ala, it will help all of us. And also I request all of our participants adhere to our program throughout the 2 days program, as well as I wish and I pray all our technical staff. I thank you, the moderator, and also the technical staff, and all the lecturers who participated in this, professors and everyone. May Allah bless all of you. Allah give you the strength. Allah give you the knowledge, which can, inshallah ta'ala, spread throughout our country, throughout our world, and we live very, preciously and prosperously in this world, as well as we are the winner in the akhirah also. Wa akhiru dawana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Prof, for such a beautiful Quran recitation and the opening speech. So now, without further ado, I'll briefly introduce you all to our first speaker of the day, Professor the Faculty of Arts and Social Science at the University of Malaysia. Her main research interest is youth entrepreneurial performance in Southeast Asia, and currently she is exploring economic aspects of enhancing performance heat exchangers in the local and global market and its subsequent social impact as a postdoctoral researcher at the Faculty of Engineering at the University of Malaysia. She received her PhD from Faculty of Educational Studies at UPM during 2015 with the dissertation titled Mediation Effect of Locus of Control and Government Policy on Relations between Transformational Leadership, Entrepreneurship, and Performance. And she holds the Master of Business title, The Type of Motivation and Their Impact on Employees' Performance in Manufacturing Companies in Malaysia during 2013. So now, please welcome Professor Dr. Martin Choma to give a speech on the title, The Specific of Attitudes of Youth in the Pursuit of Knowledge.
Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to friends, professors, and fellow participants. My name is Martin Choma, a former senior lecturer from University of Malaya. Peace and blessing be to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And today, kindly please let me share a few points of information regarding the topic that the significance of attitude of youth in pursuit of knowledge. I start with Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Will our youth today need to thrive and shape their world? How can institutional system develop these knowledge, skills, attitude, values effectively? Yes, we have a goal to achieve in life. Our attitude toward action will change. When we put things in perspective, most young people would say things like, I want to be rich, or I want to be successful. But when setting a goal, we must remember that Allah is the one who makes it happen. And Allah will evaluate whatever and not to make it happen based on our reasoning. When our teachers question us about our ambitions, it was simple to respond, but the reasoning behind the questionable, because no one knew that we would accomplish at the time. For example, the young might say, I want to be a politician, but why does he or she want to be a politician? And is it to make his or her country to be proud or to make it disappointed? The young will all say to make it proud, but once they achieve fame and power, they may alter their mind. What are the important life goals for young people? What do young think about and act on values related to citizenship and civic participation? What are their educational goals beyond high school? And the goal was to gain a holistic picture of adolescents, experience with the social environments of their schools, families, and peers group. How do youth feel about work settings? And who might influence our youth? In this era, youngsters are placed in institutions that some have a right to be there, but others are just left out. And there could be a great young leader in a poor society and hardship who is just unable to realize his objective, owing the world that evils inequality. And there is a potential tyrant who may go unnoticed by many, but he is on the rise and close to the realizing his aspirations. You might wonder how these two scenarios might come to life and how the one with the noble intentions can attain the position he deserves. We, the laymen of these days, should focus more on big picture rather than the minutiae that will drain our iman and wisdom. We will regard the tyrant as a wealthy family and respect his authority, while we regard the little poor leader as nothing. Even a person in a comparison to the next tyrant, the Prophet told us the fitna greater than any fitna that Allah will test us with. He said, leap into the fire of this fitna because it is cold water, and don't jump into the cold water on the other side of the fitna because it is the fire. This is the period in which Dajjal will soon arrive. Some commentators believe that growing materialism and individualism have diminished civil society in our community. They provide evidence that political participation and civic engagement in general are declining, making a contribution to society was somewhat less likely than money to be rated as extremely important by young men. Whereas among young women, it was a bit more likely. So are today youth altruistic or materialistic? And have young people been shifting in one direction or the other? People who influence childhood play a significant role in shaping the future, with 5 out of 6 children following their idols' action and works. And this could be useful or harmful to the youth, as if the influencer fosters unpleasant attitude, the youth may become pampered or vice versa. Parents may prevent their children from engaging in this unhealthy behavior by keeping a close eye on them and limiting quantity of stuff they consume. Pushing the knowledge in general can be defined as the conscious and the planned effort to actualize a conducive learning and process of how to be. To enable every learner actively to develop and explore his own potencies, to process the power of religious spirit and self-control or personality, intelligence, respective character, and all skills are needed for himself and his society. That's why Sayyid Muhammad defined the meaning of knowledge like the following statements. First is the pursuing the knowledge and of what it involves of utmost importance in the formulation of the system of education and its implementation. He further elaborated that pursuing knowledge is a process of instilling something into human beings. This process refers to the method and the system by which what is called education is gradually imparted, include. Something referred to the content of what is instilled. And human beings refer to the recipient of both process and the content. Skills, these skills that are required in our period, we can see the number of persons with these qualities have decreased significantly over time as people who will soon take over the world to the next generation. We must make certain sacrifices in order to provide the greatest Islamic education for our children. As well as for youngsters, we have a great potential, but simply left out due to the poverty and family concerns. Second, one of the most important abilities or wisdom to keep the peace is the ability to recognize justice, which is we must instill in the next generation. The word of knowledge in the basic meaning is recognition and acknowledgement of a proper places of things in order of creation, such that it leads to the recognition and acknowledgement of the proper place of God in order to being and existence. As far as the discussion of word of education is concerned, culture has defined as the aggregate of all courses by means of which person develop abilities, attitudes, and other form of behavior of positive value in the society in which we live. And Islam has evolved through numerous techniques and resulted in many advanced science. Its inception in the Arabian Peninsula, the Jahiliyyah period, the educational system of Islam had a tremendous impact on the host societies. The Islamic educational system has produced intellectuals in a variety of subjects, including philosophy, physics, theology, and many more. Why Islam, particularly its educational system, brought a new social order to society, it is also experienced some adaptation as a result of its interaction with many civilizations during its spread.